Hey guys, it's Vintage Vinny, and welcome to my second flea market haul of the season. I have a great assortment of stuff as usual, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you all. Stay tuned! So the very first few items I'd like to share with you all, I got at an antique mall and then from one of the chain thrift stores that was literally right around the corner, and then there was one that was a few miles down the road that I went to. I usually don't have very much luck at these, or at this one particular Goodwill that's near this antique shop, and most of it is just because I don't go there during the week. I go there on a Sunday, usually when things get picked over. But I did find some pretty interesting things, and I hope you all will think that they're pretty cool too. One item, like I mentioned, I bought at the antique mall, and I couldn't find anything else that was either a good price or something that I would be interested in purchasing for myself or for resale. So I'm going to share that first with you all. I'm going to look her up first before I decide what I'm going to do with her. But it's this really, really pretty looking geisha girl wall pocket, or wall hanger. She's not a wall pocket, sorry. She has a Mahana Importing Company stamp on the back of her. The only real issue with her, aside from that little bit of paint loss there, is that holy woly right there, which you can't even see when you hang her up or you stand her up, which I don't recommend you do, but yes. So she was $4, but then the booth was having 20% off, so I got her for $3.20. So again, I'm going to look her up just to see if she's worth anything, and if she isn't, she's going to go in the live sale for about $12, $15, I think. This is really cool, and this was just sitting in the checkout aisle at this store. It was $2.99. It's a redware horse lighter. I haven't taken it out to... Oh, I can take it out right now. I think this might be... what do you call it? It's not fuel, it's like... or lighter fluid, maybe? Oh, I think he's got some chips up here, which get covered. So I'll put that back in as gently as I possibly can. So of course I'll mention that right here when I sell him. Again, he was $2.99, and I think I'll put him in a live sale because he doesn't look like he goes for much on eBay. So he'll probably be $14, $15 maybe. Running with really cool things that I've never seen before, I found a really cool Bisquick canister. Plastic. Like I said, never seen it before in my life. It was $1.99. Very clean on the inside, like there's nothing... Let me rephrase it. Like there's not been anything in it. On the bottom, let me see if I can find it. I don't know if it's going to show up on here or not, but it says... Oh my gosh, I'm holding it the wrong way. It says RB Products Corporation, Skokie, Illinois, 60076. So this is after 1963 because it has a zip code on it. But I think it is very neat. I've never seen anything like it before. I will look it up just to see if it's worth anything, and if it's not, I'll probably just keep it for myself to use when I get my own place. I'll go ahead and I'll share this. So this is really cool. I found a biscuit jar, and it came with the creamer and the sugar. Or no, I'm sorry, I completely mixed that up. Creamer and sugar. They both say hand-painted in Japan on the bottom. Everything is in really good condition. No cracks or chips. It's just a lot of crazing, which gives it character. I don't know what era these were made in. And I guess this came from a consignment shop or something like that, because there's no price on it to say, or there's no price tag on it to say how much it was, but I just know it came with those two pieces. Sorry. Again, $3.99. That was a really good buy. So I might look that up and see if it's worth anything, and if it's not, it'll just be a live sale item. It does have the rattan, potato, tomato, You get the idea. Handle, and that is in very good condition itself. So that was a really good pickup. So this is another tall item, and again, it was my color, so I had to have it. It's one of those stretched glass vases. I think they call that Viking glass, but I could be wrong. I don't know much about it. I just know that it's called a stretched glass vase. It's got a bottom to it. Again, it was, let me see if I can get that to focus because I'm holding it. So it was $4.99. Let me go ahead and take the ticket off so we can look at the bottom and see if there's a Ponzio mark on the bottom. If it'll let me. Oh, by the way, this was, or had been in the store since March. So this is a pre-quarantined piece that had been sitting for quite a while. I guess this is what you would call, well, maybe not, because it's, I'll show you guys the bottom. Like, look, it's, maybe it was hand blown, but it's got, like, it's almost kind of, I don't know how to describe that. It's, it doesn't look like it has a break or anything because it's kind of smooth, and it's a little dented in, not dented, but it's like caved in there. But I love this color that's on here. And it's a rather nice piece of glass. I love the color. It's just a nice, like, ocean blue. You all know I'm attracted to things that are blue. I don't know what it is, but I love the color blue. Let me do this real quick before we move on to the next item here. So that's really nice. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to share with you all before we can jump into the flea market stuff is a Butterfly Gold Pyrex casserole dish. It's not a very big one. It was $4.99. And yeah, it's a 500 milliliter container in really good shape, no cracks or chips. The lid is in very good condition. These don't sell for a whole lot of money on eBay, but I think I'm going to put this in a live sale for probably about $15, $16. So that was everything that I picked up at the antique mall and from the chain thrift stores that were in that area. So now we can go ahead and check out what I got at the flea market. Alrighty, so now we're going to jump into the flea market stuff. So we're going to do this in groups of where I got the items. Hopefully it won't take as long and won't be such a long video. So the very first item I'd like to share with you all, or the first group of items I should say, I spent $12 on, and the first item I'm going to share is this 100th anniversary Lionel train clock. It was an As Seen on TV product from 1999. It's brand new. It's got the original paperwork, the original certificate of authenticity, and it's still in the cardboard. So that was a really good pickup. It's going to go on Amazon because it has a barcode and is in, or has a section on there. So that's going to make some pretty good money. I think I'm going to be sending it in for about $90 after fees. I'll probably net 60 something or maybe even like $70. So that was a really, really good pickup on my part. Alrighty, so let's check out the other cool stuff that I got from that same person. Now this is a bolo. Now this isn't a traditional bolo, be on the lookout, but it's an actual bolo. It basically replaces a handkerchief, or like the Boy Scout neckerchief, handkerchief, whatever you want to call it. Just something fun and novelty-ish. This has a scorpion in it, and there is a big scratch right here. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this. I might just throw this in my jar because of that condition issue. I think it's kind of cool, and scorpions, as you all know, they make really fun stuff like this. Now these were a very good pickup, I think, and I think they're going to do very well on eBay. I found some vintage silhouettes. I can't remember what era these were popular in. They were probably very popular in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. This one, it features a boy and a girl sitting out on a patio or standing out on a patio. They're in the original chalkware frames. So that's what it looks like on both sides. So that's very, very cool. Again, I spent $12 on 5 things. I'll let you all know how much I spend individually right here when I finish putting this video together. But yeah, in terms of what I think I can get, I might ask $50, $50 or $60 for this set. And I think someone will pay that because you don't find the matching sets very often. So I think that'll be a very, very good return on investment. And the last thing I'd like to share with you all that came, let me move the camera over a little bit. I hope I don't blind you guys with this because this is very cool. And you all know why I had to have this, because it's got a sailboat on it and it is Art Deco from the 20s or 30s. And I can definitely tell it has some age to it because it says, I'm probably gonna butcher this, so sorry. Junita Roller Mills, S.H. Burns Prop, quality flour from Thompsontown, PA. Look at the phone number, IR21. And it is an advertising thermometer. And as you can see, it's got some issue with the silver, like it's coming off here. And then it's got some issues up here. Sorry, I don't want to blind y'all. And then some right here. But overall, displayable wise, and it's not messing up the ship image. I mean, it's kind of close, but not by too much. So I thought that was a really good pickup. And I've seen these in antique shops, and people do want a ton of money for them. So I thought paying what I did for it was very, very reasonable. And like I mentioned, vintage is not supposed to be perfect. This means it was well loved and well used. So now we can go ahead and we can check out all the other cool stuff. So this item right here, there are 2 items that I got from this one guy before I jump into it. So I actually sold one of these before. I sold it brand new in the packaging. I found it at my Salvation Army for $3.50. It was new old stock and I sold it for $50. I probably should list this one very soon because 4th of July is in about a month and I'm sure people want to decorate for that. So this is for the American Revolution Bicentennial. It was put out in 1976 to celebrate 200 years of freedom from Britain. Now, traditional bicentennial items don't really sell for a lot of money because they were mass-produced and they were made to be collectibles items. Collectible items. So this is probably something that was hung out of maybe a storefront or maybe even like a gun place or something like that back in the 70s. So something like this that was meant to be thrown away and not kept is worth some money. Now the one that I sold was in the original packaging and was in very good shape. Now this is in very good shape itself, but it's not in the original packaging. So I'm probably gonna ask roughly about 40 for it because it's still in very good condition and it doesn't have, like I mentioned, the original packaging. But it's clean, it's in very good condition. No really significant damage other than like right here. Let me focus on that for you all so you can see it. But yeah, this was definitely worth picking up, in my opinion. And this next item, and Misty, if you're watching this, you might want to cover your eyes because it does have a very creepy clown on it. So this is a program for the Downey Brothers Circus. And the reason I picked it up is because it has my birthday on it and the town that I'm in. So this is very, I kid you not, this is very, very brittle paper. But I'm going to try to go through it as best I can because some of the images in here are very, very cool. Or maybe I should probably insert pictures instead because I don't want to mess this up. So before we check out the other stuff, I will go ahead and I will take some pictures and I will post them in the video here. But yeah, this cost me $1. And I think in the corner it says what age it's from. So this is about 1930. So this is 90-year-old paper. And I can't remember what my mom said about the Downey Brothers Circus because she looked it up. Again, I'll put it right here if I can tell you when they were founded and when they started and possibly when they ended. So these next two items cost me $3, and I was really happy to find a Tony the Tiger rag doll. I don't normally buy these that often anymore because they are very common. Maybe 20 years ago they weren't, but as time has gone on, a lot of them have resurfaced. But they're still fun to collect if you like kids advertising or like fun giveaway or some stuff like that. So he was, I think, $2. And then to go with it, I found this really awesome Federal Savings thermometer. And the only reason I bought it is because it has a starburst on it. And that is from Centennial Thermometer, Springfield Instrument Company in Hackensack, New Jersey. So I thought that was really, really cool. And I couldn't leave that behind because of the starburst. So yeah, for $3, Tony the Tiger and a cool mid-century thermometer, can't go wrong. If you all follow Alex from Chapter 2 Vintage Co., you all know that she collects the vintage birthday angels. I found her another one, and this one only cost me $1. It's for August, and I think this is from the 1960s, judging by the angel's hairstyle. The flower itself appears to be intact, nothing's broken off of it. There are no repairs to either of the wings or to the head itself. It does have a foil made in Japan sticker on it, but it's in really good shape, and it's yellow, and I don't think she has this one. And for $1, I couldn't say no. So I got this from a guy who was advertising things that were, I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so this came from a guy who said, oh, I did a clean out, stuff is being moved, we want to sell this stuff cheap, and then I picked up a couple of things, like, oh, that's $65, these Halloween things are $15 each, and I'm thinking to myself, bruh, you aren't trying to move nothing at those prices. And I wasn't even going to haggle because I just didn't feel like it was worth it. So I found this in the mix of some paper ephemera, and I just thought it was really cool. It's a thick cardboard postcard in the shape of California. I love the images that are all over it. So we've got, where is Hollywood on here? I know it's here somewhere. So we got Yosemite National Park, and we've got, where are you, Hollywood? You're on here somewhere. Sacramento, and then I think Huntington Beach is on here too. There's San Francisco. Watch, it's going to be a snake when I figure out where LA is on here. Oh, here we go. Right here. See? So there's Hollywood and LA. So this guy wound up giving me this for $2, and I thought that was a really fair price, considering what else he had and what he was charging for other things. So I couldn't leave this behind. This is probably going to go in my ephemera book, because it's really, really cool. So I found this in another person's space for $1, and it's a Get Well card, and I just thought the images on it were really fun and different. Definitely screams 1940s to me. It's called The Medical Guessing Game for Convalescents. What is a doctor? A doctor is a person who tells you all the things you should do to keep well, but who doesn't do any of the things himself. What's a thermometer? A thermometer is something they stick in your mouth when they're tired of hearing you talk. So this is kind of like naughty humor, but it's really funny. What is a nurse? A nurse is someone who never comes when you call her. What is a hot water bottle? A hot water bottle is something which wets the bed. Oh, I guess there's nothing on this side. So what's a surgeon? A surgeon is a person who has positively indecent curiosity about your inside. What's an x-ray? An x-ray is a photograph for which it makes no difference at all whether you look pleasant, please, or not. What's a visitor? A visitor is someone who tells you about his operation when you want to talk about yours. What's a laxative? A laxative is something that gives you exercise whether you need it or not. So come on now, get up and get well. It says Love Dorothy and George Gray, and the mark on the bottom says Forget-Me-Not greeting cards in the U.S. So that's just a funny, humorous little card that I couldn't leave behind. So that'll go in my paper ephemera book as well. So he was really, really cute. I couldn't leave him behind. It's an Alligator Sugar Jar, and he just looks like he is up to no good. He's in good shape, no cracks or chips, and he was made by Norcrest in Japan. He would just be fun to add to like a bathroom maybe. I almost think that he would pair well with the fish that I bought last haul, because they kind of have the same concepts. Maybe they're just trinket jars. They would look cool in a bathroom together. What do you guys think? Paid $4 for the alligator. I thought that was really well worth it. So I bought 4 items for $20, and one of the items is not vintage, so it will not be featured in this video, of course, but the 3 items that are vintage, which I am really, really happy about, I will go ahead and share. So $5 a piece, so I won't say that a million times. This was the first thing I found. It's a new old stock auto whisk kit. So you put your keys and coins in here, and it's like a little brush that you could, clean your dashboard or wipe off the dust anywhere you need to. It's a one hand-sized tool. It's in the original box, never been used. Oh, and it's even a bottle opener. And it's an ice scraper too, so this has got multiple functions. So my dad told me that this is probably a very good pickup because a lot of people who do car shows want original accessories, and this is an original accessory in its original box, so this might be worth some pretty good money. I haven't done my research on it just yet, but judging by what my dad told me, I think I did pretty well with this. Let me go ahead and I'll take it out of the box for you guys so you can see it real quick. I'm a little worried about messing the box up, but I'll figure it out. So here's what it looks like. Very, very cool graphics. So this is the meter feeder. And see, look, there's a little thing right here. Very, very cool piece, and I am for sure hoping somebody who has a vintage car will love this. Let me see if I can get it back in the box without damaging the box even further. I think I'm successful. Yep. Alrighty, so let me just put that back. I won't toy with it now. Let's show you all the stuff that I found. Now this was, I'm still in awe because it's so cool. I found an original new old stock chrome plated metal ice bucket from Kmart originally, and I think this is probably from the late 60s or early 1970s. It's in the original box, never been used. Originally $8.97, I paid $5 like I mentioned before. And this is what it looks like. It's red, and it's got anchors and a ship wheel on it. How stinking cool is this? So let me take it, or I won't take it out of the box, but I'll show you guys that I'm serious that it's completely new old stock. You see that? Still in the paper, or the plastic. Maybe I'll just take it out so you guys can look at it real quick. Look. Oh, you guys can't see it. Let me move the box. Look at that. And there's no design on the back, so this is the front right here. But how awesome is it to find something like this, brand new from years ago? I absolutely fell in love with this when I saw it. Had it been any of the other designs, and I'll get the box real quick, hold on. So these were the other designs that Kmart, I guess, had in stock at the time. So we've got a knight's helmet. We've got a horseshoe with a horse on it. This looks like a emblem of some sort. And then, of course, mine, which I love to pieces. And then it's got another shield. And then it's got the ship. And that's a legit ship. Sailboat, ship, whatever. But yeah, let me tell you. Had it been anything else, I probably wouldn't have bought it, or I probably would have just to resell it, but I'm keeping this for myself because it is so stinking cool. And the last item from this group of items is this new old stock Vanity Set. It's got gold roses on it, so this probably is from the 1960s. It's very Hollywood Regency with the style and the gold. Had this been outside of the box, I probably would not have picked it up, but for the $5, well, originally she wanted 10, and then when I grouped all that other stuff together, we made a deal at 20, so that brings it to $5 a piece. And what's funny, she's like, oh, this is all great eBay inventory, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Just awkwardly not trying to sell myself out there. But yeah, brand new. I'm sure somebody is going to want this. I'm going to try this on eBay, and if it doesn't sell, I'll probably end up putting it in a live sale. But this is just exquisite. I mean, it's, of course, not my style personally, but for it to be as old as it is and to be in the shape that it's in, new old stock, this is pretty incredible. It's got the brush, the mirror, and it's got the comb. And in the original box. So that was definitely well worth picking up. Alright, so can we not talk about how cool this planter is? Yes, it is a planter, see? And it's not going to demonstrate real well, but he has this little chain here, and you can hang him up. And you can put like an air plant or something in it. I paid $5 for it, and it is a Lefton piece, as you can see by the foil sticker right there, and there's a number. Now, the only thing that's really wrong with him, and I think this may have happened years ago, is I think his little feather right here was chipped. But you can't really see it from a distance, and besides, he's going to be hanging this way. I just thought that was super unique. I've never seen anything like it before, so I had to have him for $5. Let me know if you guys think that was a good deal, because I did. Okay, you guys, we are getting down to the nitty-gritty of this haul. I got 3 more items, and that will be it. So I got this Hazel Atlas Tom and Jerry mug for $1. And you all know that right after Christmas, one of my vendor malls had a 70% off sale in one of their booths, and I got a Tom and Jerry bowl for like $5, originally $19. So I had to have this to go with it, because you all know that sometimes when you can get, someone has a full set of something, they tend to ask a lot. So when you can get individual pieces for like nubbins, you're gonna get a really cool set for next to nothing. So I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but this is Hazel Atlas. At the mall, somebody originally thought the HA meant Anchor Hawking, which people do mix up. And when I didn't really know much about glass, that's what I assumed too, it was Anchor Hawking. But it's in really good condition. No cracks or chips, and the decal's in really good condition. I think this was baked on decal, because you can feel it's kind of, like, you can feel it. Not embossed, but it's almost like it's been like put on. It wasn't like stamped on there. It was like baked on there, if that makes any sense. So this cute little guy here, actually I'll do this because this one's harder to keep together, or harder to stand up. So I got this DJ Chaos game, and it was originally from Kmart, originally $9.99, and then they marked it down to $7. This is from 1999, so it's about 21 years old. Not terribly old. So originally I asked the guy how much he wanted for it, and he was like, how about $10? I'm like, in my head, of course, I was like, bruh, it retailed for $10, and then I got marked down to $7, and he's like, okay, how about $5? And I was like, I'll just take the chance, pay the $5, and see if it's worth anything. I scanned it into Amazon when I got home, and it did not come up, so I guess there are no listings for this game on Amazon whatsoever. So this is possibly going to go on eBay. It might be a rare find. It might only be worth $20. Who knows? I will do more research after the fact. So the last item I'm going to share with you all is something that I'm contemplating keeping, but I'm not exactly sure. It's a vintage tiger made by Commonwealth Toys. He was $3. He's got a little ribbon on him, and he has his original tag, which you don't really see a lot of. And he's deciding to play music for you all. So here's what it says. Your guarantee. The musical movement in this product is a genuine Swiss movement and is unconditionally guaranteed. In case of breakage, etc., return for $1 with cover, postage, and handling to Commonwealth Toys in New York. And it has a $3.99 sticker on it. And he does still work. So we've got all new content, Rubber and Cotton Commonwealth Toys for New York. I think it's playing Rockabye Baby, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's Rockabye Baby. But it's in very good condition. I mean, all it has is a musty smell. If I don't decide to keep it and it's not worth a ton of money, I might keep them for myself. So yeah, that is my haul for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it and hope that you will stay tuned for more.
So that's all I have for you today. Be sure and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when new videos are posted. All of the links to my social media accounts via Instagram are down below as well, where you will see pictures of items to come in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye guys!